Hello everybody, it's Glass Half Dead here. Let's get straight into this. We finally have some more Kill Team Pariah Nexus information, and today it's the terrain. Now, when it comes to terrain, sorry, I am just going to read this whole article to you. Don't worry, you won't have to read yourself. I've got you covered. When it comes to terrain, what are we looking for? Well, we already know how it looks, so we kind of want to know what is it going to do. Are they updating rules on doors? I doubt we're going to know that in this article. That would be a very minor nuance for them to get into. But we might learn, are doors going to start open or closed? Who knows? And also, are they going to be weaving in the Necron narrative into Kill Team a little bit more, and perhaps will some of these rules come over to the more competitive side? Certainly, if we decide to play and take Kill Team Pariah Nexus as the new arena, which is the competitive format in Kill Team, then this could actually be a really big deal, as certain types of terrain have different rules. But also, just before we quickly get into it, if you're a subscriber, I would like to give you a big double hello. That sound right there is your receipt for the double hello. If you want a double hello in the next video, subscribe now, like, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Let's talk Pariah Nexus. I'm excited. Okay, I've told you what I want. Let's see what we've got. To represent the vicious corridor-to-corridor fighting your teams will encounter, this new boxed set comes with a reversible board festooned with walls and passageways to block your advance. In addition to this, a wide range of Necron obstacles are primed and ready to waylay the careless, from seemingly simple barricades and doors to arcing energy traps and temporal anomalies. Interesting. We also get some nice close-ups of the board. Can I enlarge this for you, embiggen it? Here we go. So we see what we see here. We do have very clearly defined walls with red lines. Now, I am colorblind, red-green colorblind. I can see these. They don't like jump out at me, but I can see where the walls are supposed to be and where the Necron green glow is. So, okay, cool, fine. And just a very quick look at this. You know, sometimes in big 40k reveals, they have kind of Easter eggs in the background, so unreleased models. We don't have that here. We just have that is actually, scarily, don't think about it too hard, guys, that is the entire box right there, like, of miniatures. You've got the two commanders and you've got 5 miniatures either side. From a unit's perspective, that's all you're getting. You will obviously get a larger board and more terrain, but yeah. Okay, cool. And we have this, well, that embiggen, that's the entire set. So just a very quick note here, in Arena, on all 4 layouts, you use all of the terrain. On this one, clearly we have extra terrain, so perhaps the board sides are very different. In fact, if we look at this board side that's up here now, we can see that that looks very different to the one they're showing just here. These are clearly 2 different board sides. I'm going to be honest, just this one looks much more interesting just because of the different bits of glow. I like the visual interest there, but okay. Oh, rules. Using a suite of narrative effects. Okay, I think they answered that one quite quickly. If we go over to Pariah Nexus being the replacement for Arena, which it is because they no longer sell Arena anymore, there's a narrative side and there's a, much like the scouting phase is never ever used, you know, which can be used in any of your Kill Team missions. Everything from strange glyphs on the ground to the very walls themselves can take a life of their own. Often this will be highly unpleasant for anyone unlucky enough to be stood nearby when, say, a swarm of nano-scarabs is unleashed. Nano-scarab infection. When resolving an attack made with a melee weapon against a model within 1 inch of an induction diode's terrain feature, add 1 to any injury roll made for that attack. Also, so something to note here, this isn't a tactic. In previous kill zones, we have had kill zone specific tactics, which cost a CP for when you're near a barrel, the barrel explodes, something like that. This is just an effect on the board, which is interesting. Now, what is an induction diode? I would assume it's these smaller ones here, that kind of thing, up in the top right corner there. That's pure guess, but, you know, we have loads of those lying all around in the box, so cool. And it does mean that the different types of terrain you put down do matter. So is the entire board filled with induction diodes? Well, then suddenly things are going to die a lot easier. Okay, interesting. A temporal accelerator. Whilst the model is within 2 inches of an objective marker, it shoots in the ready fire section of the shooting phase and fights in the... Oh, okay. That's pretty interesting. I mean, like, just as a concept, as a rule to add, that's very interesting. Obviously, we don't know what a temporal accelerator is. Is it just one of these little blocks here? Or is it actually this thing here, like, printed onto the map? And therefore that temporal accelerator never moves. I don't know. That interesting. Interesting. These effects are randomly determined before the start of the first turn, so what might be a mere trinket in one game can suddenly become a dangerous threat in the next. Who knows, you might even gain the ability to shape the ever-changing terrain to your own will. It's not only terrain pieces that will represent a challenge in your kill team's ambitions in the depths of the Tomb World, the myriad corners and hallways present a perfect opportunity for ambushing your opponents, as represented by the firing point markers on the board itself. Firing point markers. This is new. What's this? Stand in just the right place as your opponent charges down a narrow passageway, and you'll find it much easier to hit them. Planning ahead will be more important than ever as your operatives look for the best firing positions and the safest avenues to charge down. Are your kill teams prepared to plunge into the dark depths of the Pariah Nexus in search of glory? If you haven't taken the opportunity to reinforce your teams, Elite Warriors, Fierce Leads, now is definitely the time. The new expansion will be landing next month, February. Nice. So you've got plenty of time to assemble a new team to take full advantage of the ultra-close confines they'll soon find themselves in. So ultra-close confines does say that, like 90% sure, we're going to be able to use the arena tactic, allowing you to fire Overwatch even when out of line of sight. But this here, a firing point, let's talk about that. Obviously, we have no idea what this means. Maybe standing in a firing point, similar to how the objectives above, sorry, not objectives, these rules above, these are just passive effects that will happen on the board. They just occur, which is cool. Perhaps the firing point is also a passive effect that when you are there, you get +1 to ballistic skill. Or, and this is an idea, a passive use of ultra-close confines, the tactic that normally costs you a CP if you're in a firing point, you always get to fire Overwatch. That would be huge. Like, if they have passive ultra-close confines tactics spots on the board, that's a massive change. If you're in, you know, I don't know. But if you're in this little spot, you can always fire Overwatch. Like that's huge. Obviously, also depending on where these are on the board, can we actually see them on the board now that we know they exist? No. I mean, no. Can you? Am I being blind, guys? I'm colorblind, but am I blind? I can't actually see them. Am I reading too much into this? Is this not how a firing point actually looks? Is it not actually printed on the board and they're just showing that? Because in the rulebook, that's the highlighted area, and it's like, if you are within a doorway of, whatever, 50 millimeters, then you count as being in a firing line? A firing point? Okay, right. Okay, so, let's see if we can figure this out. We've got a little doorway, we've got a grey bit, we've got a dark bit, we've got a little green wall next to it. Can we see that on this board? So we're looking for a doorway. No. No, we cannot. I feel like it would be on this board. Yeah, okay, whatever, fine, whatever, doesn't matter. I'm really interested to see what this is. For the stuff above, they've kind of said here, narrative effect. Yes, it'll be fun to play with. Cool. It's going to be randomly generated, so, you know, one of the temporal anomalies in one game will actually do something, but then in the next it won't. Nice. At the moment, so in the past, I'd have heard that and said, oh, well, I'm just not going to use those rules, right? Because I don't care. I'm playing competitive. That's what I play. But now, these might be quite fun. I'm also really interested in seeing what this is. But more importantly, I'm looking to see if... So what Kill Team has done in the past is they've said this stuff is for narrative. For example, the scouting phase. And then they've gone over to the competitive side, and they've said, this stuff is for competitive. For example, Arena, the Ultimate Mission Pack that they use in Arena. Commander's not competitive. They've said, no, don't use those. It'll be interesting to see if in the new competitive they say that this effect, whatever it is, what are they called again? Firing point, sorry. A firing point isn't narrative. A firing point is a new rule in Kill Team competitive. Like that would be super interesting. Suddenly, if I'm stood in the doorway, am I +1 ballistic skill? Am I always firing Overwatch? Am I firing Overwatch on hitting on 5s? Super interesting. And to be honest, obviously, as I'm looking to get into this, I don't care if it's an addition to competitive or if it's just narrative. Certainly, my first few games on this board is going to be I'm going to play with all of the funky narrative bits because that sounds fun. That sounds like fun to me at the moment. However, just because you've got to say these things sometimes. My gosh. What are these teams? This is so unbalanced. This is it. 5 flayed ones against this. Damn. Anyway. Cool terrain. Cool boards. Cool narrative effects. Cool models. I'm buying it. I hope it's decently priced. I hope they haven't gone up to something insane. In a previous video, I had likened it to being very similar to the Warcry Catacombs, but there's much less in here. If this is the same price as Warcry Catacombs, I'm gonna tear him a new one. But if it's decently priced, if it's Arena, but of course prices have increased from 2 years ago, so a little bit more expensive than Arena. We have to allow them that, I suppose. Yeah, cool. I'll pick this up. I think Arena was £60. Is that how much it was? So if this is retailing at £70, that sounds really expensive, but I'll get it 25% off. So yeah, what, 55 quid? I'll pick it up. I suppose, final note, if you're here at the end, and you like Kill Team, buy this box. There you go. I'm just going to throw that out there. And the reason you need to buy it is because this is going to be out of stock for a very long time, I suspect, because it comes with heavy intercessors and flayed ones. Now those two, and the 2 commanders are unique as well. All of the units in this box are unique. They are not yet released outside of this box. So we're going to have 40k players, especially people that are new from Indomitus, buying this box. Now that's a really good thing. That's a really good thing, because it means that people that bought Indomitus, they're getting more units here. They're going to be told by GW, add these to your army. Great. Like, this is good. That means we're going to get new Kill Team players, which is really exciting for me. The more the better, the more the merrier, the more the... Yeah, and that's a huge positive. However, we do have to also take into account that Kill Team players are going to want the board and the terrain. We don't care so much about the minis. We're already in this. We want the rules, we want the cards, we want the rules, we want the terrain, the boards, etc. Because you can't get these, I've lost the plot here. Sorry, the Indomitus people are going to get this. That's really good news for us because those are new players. However, regular Space Marine players and regular Necron players are also going to be buy this. People that already know what Kill Team is and have no interest in Kill Team are going to buy this because they want those models. Obviously, all of the stuff here, all the models will release on their own separately, but that will take a while. I suspect this isn't going to be limited release in the sense that Indomitus was. It's going to be limited release in the sense that Arena was. It was a regularly stocked product until they discontinued it. I suspect this will be the same. Just like any starter set, even though it is an expansion. So buy it so that you have what you need. If you don't want Marines and if you don't want flayed ones, just sell them on eBay. That's fine. Or minis, r/miniswap, whatever. But you're going to need everything here. Buy it before it sells out and you have to wait 3 months for it to restock. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Cool. Alright, also if you made it this far, guys, thank you very much for making it to the end. You know what this is? It's a triple hello. Not many people make it this far. If you made it to the end of the video, you deserve that triple hello. My gosh, it helps the channel so much. It helps me so much. I don't know why I say the channel, it's me. It's me. This is entirely personal. Also, if you made it all the way to the end, please check out my battle report that I just released yesterday. It's genuinely the best thing I've ever done in my life. It is my magnum opus. To see it getting so few views genuinely hurts. It took so long to do, and I genuinely think it is a really good format for a battle report, and I think I did the best I could possibly do with it. So if you could check that out, that'd be awesome. However, Kill Team Pariah Nexus, I'm hyped. I'm definitely going to do a battle report on this once I've got all the terrain painted up. Get ready for that contrast paint level terrain. Going to be questionable at best. What do you guys think? Are you excited for this? Have you changed your mind? Has this article given you any positives or negatives? Let me know. This has been Glass Half Dead. I hope you've had a good day. Continue to have a good day. Goodbye.